to another episode of New to Me. I'm Stephen Michael Zach, and a while back ago I reviewed the Shure M88 Plus microphone and cell phone system for your cell phone, and I wasn't too thrilled with the price, so I attempted to build my own for slightly cheaper. Both videos you can find right there. But Comica contacted me and they have entered the game with the Comica CVM VM10K2. This is their microphone, cell phone holder. This is their cell phone system. And now, full disclosure, they did send this to me. They're not paying me for the advertisement, but they did send this to me to try it out. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what they've got. Okay, first off, we have a really nice soft case. There are some hard ends here, but it is a soft case. It's got a very nice handle, and the zipper feels very good. On the inside, it is just more goodness. Now, you do have this squishy foam. Not a fan of the squishy foam, but it's okay for something like this. And of course, the pockets and the inside lining is very good quality. So we get our instructions and all that fun stuff. Let's first take a look at their tripod, and as you can see, this is a Manfrotto clone. It also, out of the box, was a little bit floppy. The plus side with the Comica tripod is that it has Phillips heads on the bottom, so you can tighten up the legs. With the Manfrotto, you're going to need a star Allen wrench, which is not as easy to come by as something like this. So I just gave these a little bit of a tighten, and they should be good. Now, as far as feel, this feels really nice to my hand. It is a little bit slippery, but the button on this is very tight, even tighter than on my Manfrotto. So this is actually, I would say, better than my Manfrotto. It's just a nicer quality, even though the handle is a little bit slippery. So we've got our tripod there, and then we've got our cell phone mount. So let's talk a little bit about this cell phone mount. It is rock solid. I really love that it's not spring-loaded. You do have to turn this dial in order to adjust it for your cell phone. That's one of the problems, because it's not as fast, so you'll be stuck here doing this the whole time, and then when you want to close it, you'll be stuck here kind of trying to get it all the way closed, because you do have to close it all the way in order to get it back in the case. And I do also wish that there were some arrows on here to tell you which way to turn, which way is open, which way is closed, but that's okay. So a couple things. This thing is rock solid, very nicely made. You do get a shoe on the top, and you do get a 1/4-20 here. However, you'll see when I put the microphone on here, this 1/4-20 is pretty much useless. Unless you get something like a double ball head, or you screw something in that comes out, maybe do an extension arm. The microphone wire kind of blocks this, so I don't know why they put a 1/4-20 here. Not really a great place for it. I wish they had put it like on the side or somewhere else. And on the bottom, of course, you have a 1/4-20 right there. And you do have one of these little rolling things here, which I love. It really helps you get this on very quickly. Another thing I really love about this is look how thick this is. I love it when I can keep my cell phone in its case and just shove it in here. And you can get a variety of thick phones, and I don't know, maybe even like a small tablet maybe. Maybe like if you have one of those red phones you could put in here, or one of the really big like Samsung Galaxy phones, you could probably put it in here. Let's go ahead and roll this thing all the way as far as we can go. And that's about as far as we can go, so that's not too bad. But let's go ahead and pull this down, and let's go ahead and attach it to the stand here, which is very easy. And like that, you're ready to go. Now let's take a look at adding my cell phone to this, which is very easy. Boom, like so. You just gotta sit here and twist until it clamps down. And it is very nice. I love the fact that this is so wide. I could keep it in the case. I always worry when like with my DJ Osmo setup, when I have to take my cell phone out of the case. That is why I actually have a different cell phone, one that I'm not using, and that's just for the Osmo. I'm basically using an old cell phone as a screen because it just makes me worry that, it just worries me that my actual cell phone is gonna drop and break. Okay, moving on, we have the microphone. Now, if the microphone looks a little familiar, that's because it is a Rode clone. Very much down to the design. I really love this kind of floppy kind of mount it has, so you're not going to get all the bumps when you're walking. That is very cool. And it does come with this windscreen just kind of crushed in, but it is very much a Rode clone, which is fine. It seems to, it seems to be good quality. Hey, if you're gonna clone the best. And let's go ahead and we'll set this up for a vlogging situation like so. And then up top you have two pouches. You have this wide pouch which holds a dead cat. Looks like a very nice dead cat. And of course you get a thin pouch for the wire. And all you have to do is slap in the wire. And the gray side does go into your phone. So they've color coordinated it so you know which side goes in your phone. And that's it. It's a very, very simple setup. Very, very nice. So they do sell a little Bluetooth like clicker that you can get to control this as well. It is in the instructions. It is not included in the kit. And if I find it online, I will leave a link in the notes below. But let's go ahead and test this thing out. Okay, so here we are recording on Filmic Pro, and I do have the external microphone on, and it is not bad from what I can tell. I really love the way you can with it like this and hold it out here. I do wish with Filmic Pro that you could, and you could probably just put a lens on this thing, probably do a clip lens to make it wider for vlogging, but it is not so bad. I am not a huge fan of cell phone video. I think it's very jittery. That's just my personal preference. But the microphone seems to be registering very nicely. It seems to be very, very hot. We are getting about a negative. We're getting about, when I speak, about an 11 or 12, because I have a very deep voice. But it is about hitting 12. Not really sure if there's any kind of control. Maybe, see, that's more of a zoom control. Yeah, so there's not really a lot of control over the microphone right now. It is pretty hot. Let me go ahead and put this down and let's go ahead and do a scratch test. And let me go ahead and just sort of talk around the side here. And as you can see, when you move around the side, we could check out the microphone itself. Now the microphone is a cardioid microphone, and it is supposed to be a very tight pattern. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check check check. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check check check. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing without the microphone plugged in. So this is what it sounds like without the microphone plugged in. I am just using the cell phone mic. And check 1, check 2, 2, 1 2 1 2. This is just the cell phone mic. So let's go check out the sound and I'll come back for my final thoughts. So my final thoughts on the Comica cell phone system. This is actually a terrific system. I am very impressed. In fact, when Comica first contacted me, I initially said no to reviewing this. I said, well, I don't really do cell phones, trying to get away from cell phone reviews. I don't really use my cell phone to film because I don't care for the quality that cell phones provide. And they said, well, we think you're going to use this. And you know what? They're absolutely right. I probably at some point will, when I just want to vlog quickly, when I don't want to carry my huge Osmo rig that I'm building that I will be posting soon. This is for $65.99, a very nice kit. Let's just talk about the microphone. The microphone is on par with the Rode, the Boya, the Movo. It is very, very nice. Now, one thing you will notice on this mic from that last test is when I had it pointing up like this, it was just okay. But the minute I picked it up and I was straight on, it sounded really nice. Had a good bass to it. I have a very deep voice, so it sounded good on the mic. And just note that the cardioid pattern on this microphone is very, very tight, a little bit tighter than those others that I mentioned. But still very nice if you want to vlog. You can do it right on your cell phone, edit it, and send it right to YouTube. This is a great system. Even if you want to do close-up interviews or you want to start making movies, this this system is pretty darn good. I am very impressed. Also love the fact that I can put my cell phone in here without taking it out of the case, which is going to risk the screen being broken. So, good on you, Comica. So, that's it. If you have any questions or comments, as always, you can leave them in the notes below, and I will try to answer them as best as I can to my knowledge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to mash the bell button to be notified when we drop a brand new video. I'm Stephen Michael Zach, and this is New to Me.